Miss Willoughby is about 90-some years old now.
Wow, that's impressive.
And she's still, I mean, she did just like me. She worked up until the storm. And when I turned, 88 last couple of weeks ago. So you just work as long as you can work. What else you gonna do?
Well, you enjoy it though, right?
I like it.
So it's not really work.
It's not work for me. I
Exactly.
Like it. I like it. I just told you if I can't get in here and do 12 hours a day, I get upset. I can't.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's
You know what I
really
remember you said? She got up and gave the most beautiful speech in front of how many people was that?
That was a lot of
Oh
people.
my gosh. She got up, it was shortly after the hurricane, and
Yeah.
she said, what we need from you is to come visit us, to
Yeah.
come see us.
To come see us.
To come see
that's
us.
right.
And we called the Chamber of Commerce the next year to come do this then, and they said that the town wasn't quite ready yet. They wanted us to come back, but been back to visit.
Well, thank
Been
you.
back twice at
See, when
least.
you
And
come,
Gary was just here.
A lot of people came, and I felt so bad, particularly for the teenagers. They gave up all their spring vacation, and they came in here and dug up, because we had to gut this whole place out.
Wow.
The whole place I had to come again and do again. And they came in and work, and I felt so bad. So now I said, we got it up if you just come and give us a little push, just say, come on, Leah, get up, you gotta move, you gotta move. So, and that's all you need sometimes. You can sit and get complacent and don't move. But if somebody comes along and they give you that little push, get a little bit more energy, ready to go again.
Yeah.
So,
And what's the secret to no wrinkles?
oh, I don't.
Oh, no, you,
Well, the grease in the kitchen helps out.
There you go.
My kitchen is greasy all the time, it'll help you out.
okay, I better get back in the kitchen and stop making clothes.
I'm gonna tell my wife that when I get home.
Keep making those clothes. I started doing that before I came in the kitchen.
You did.
I sewed a whole lot before I came in the kitchen. And then I came in the kitchen and never got out. Been in that kitchen, 64, almost 65 years.
Once you get in, you never get
You
out.
never get out.
That's what I tell the culinary students that graduate. You are never gonna get out,
You never
no matter what. It's a life sentence.
And you don't want to get
No,
out.
no, you don't want to.
People talk to my children and they think, oh, your mother's still working. And they said, well, what are we gonna do? My mother does what she wants to do. And this is my life and that's what I like to do. I really like to do that. Now my grandson out there, he has a...
He's sweet.
Yeah, he went to the cordon bleu, my dear, if you don't mind. And now I gotta teach him a little cordon noir. A little black and that blue. So, and he's got his MBA, so he's got everything to move this on. But unlike some politicians, I cannot get out and leave you in a mess. I'm gonna clean up my mess before I go, straighten it out and get it ready, and then he can move on. He can take it up a step further, and I would like that. In this restaurant, I'm so grateful to so many people. They helped me, like all those guys, they tagged me along everywhere they went, and they were all qualified chefs. I was not. I was just a cook, and I still am just a cook. But they had all the qualifications, but they never left me out at all. This, we do one thing for Chef's Charity, and that's very clannish. The chefs do that for a St. Michael's school. It's a school for, kind of slow children and all. And we put up everything ourselves. We give all what we serve. We give the food and the time and all of that. So they never had a woman before. So, and then I'm still there. So, and every year I go, I say, I'm not coming back next year. People say, you got to come back. So when I tell them this year, so maybe they'll let my grandson take my place.
With you.
Maybe with
you.
me. But they're so clannish, they don't like anybody to come aboard, they keep that little crew going all the time. But it's fun doing that for the kids, St. Michael. I did one thing and I told them that St. Michael's was the best thing I'd ever heard. I was signing books and this man came up to me and I could see he was a little slow, a little speech problem and all that. And he said to me, I thank you for going to St. Michael's. He said, my wife and I graduated from St. Michael's. So you see, they both were not so bright and not movers, big movers, but they could do Michaels gave them that courage and educated them that they could take care of themselves and live a normal life. So I was pretty proud of him, and that made me want to work more for St. Michael's. You know, these people would be dropped along the side if you hadn't picked them up. And they may not be able to get in this rat race like we can, but they can do something, and they can be a part of society. And I thought that was the most beautiful thing I ever heard. So I always work for St. Michael's. I like that. So thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
I remember back in the day, Calumet used to be a racetrack one time.
Really?
Was a small racetrack, no, I think where I went. That's a long time ago. That was when I was on that checker mode, trying to find me a space.
Yeah.
So you get to the racehorse business and you say, well, maybe I'll like this, and you start working on the racehorse boat. No, that's not for me. You move to somewhere else. You keep playing that checker mode till you get ready to go on. So,
Well, this was really a thrill for us.
thank you so
Really,
much.
really a
Thank
thrill.
you, darling. Thank you
Something
so
you want to
much.
do for a long time.
Well, thank you. And I like Chefwear, I get the catalog, so as I said, I want to dress up these people. I really am not going to stop till I make this restaurant top of the line. So many people helped me get up here after the storm. So many people came. John Foss worked with me, he helped me, got all the things. It was funny when John Foss was begging, he would go to people and say, you know, my friend Leah, she lost everything. So now you got to help her, but don't give her any trash. I said, oh. Babies are not choosers, you take what they give. So he got all that done for me, and I'm really grateful. The only thing I got to really get going is that bar. And I don't know if you know this man, John Luther. I used to do fundraisers for Popeyes when John Luther was the CEO for Popeyes. Now John is CEO for Dunkin' Donuts and big things. So he sent a big fat check to build me that bar.
Oh, that's nice.
So and all that equipment, I think John gave me about $50,000.
That's beautiful.
And I was able to get all the furniture, all the lighting on that bar. So I just got to get that one. Starbucks is another one that helped me.
Wow.
It's good. So now I got to work. When people help you, you got to move. You got to really move and show them that, you know, they didn't waste their time. So it's been a good ride for me.
And you give and you've gotten it back.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
I used to go to Fort Wayne every year. I helped them build their food bank in Fort Wayne years ago. And they raised money, bought me all those chairs out there. Vera Bradley in Fort Wayne. I started with them when they started my 18. Those are fabulous women. You know, they mortgaged their house to start that business. I love Vera Bradley.
I do too.
I love them. They're wonderful women. So, and all those people helped me. So, I'm grateful.
Wow.
Just gotta keep you on.
Group picture.
Just keep you
Yeah.
moving. All right. That's
Thank
good.
you, and
Well,
thank
we
you
have,
for
I think that Leo's in the kitchen.